am Fletcha Brown with another artist video blog, kicks96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of the great state of Kentucky. Please welcome our guest today, Jon Brennan. How are you, Jon?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Jon, I'm so happy to have you in here.
I'm glad to be here.
You've been doing this a while.
I'm seasoned.
You are, yeah, but it's like, but not only that, it's like you bring into the modern country era a good quality, like traditional country sound and feeling and energy that I think is much needed and longed for by country artists today. So I think this is a really, really good time. And I'm glad that you've been in the recording industry, the country music recording industry, for a good long time. You, like you said, you're seasoned. You bring that veteran status, and you're still making good quality music. And your current single, "Tell Me There Ain't a God," great song. I think people are digging it. But for folks who are just coming to Jon Brennan now from our audience, like maybe some of the younger generation, to talk to us a little bit about who Jon Brennan is.
Well, I was raised on country music, but when I turned about 16 years old, I'm from Owensboro, Kentucky, and there's a place up there. There was a place called Goldie's where you could sign in and use the house band, and it's kind of open mic type thing, almost karaoke, but with a real band.
Yeah.
And I started signing in and singing Garth Brooks songs and Alan Jackson songs. Now, this is 1990. I was, in high school and decided I wanted to be a country music singer. I had always listened to country music. My dad had it always playing. So George Jones, Randy Travis, George Strait, Waylon and Willie were his favorites. So country music was ingrained in my soul. But when that early 90s hit, that's when I got the bug. And I started singing, and I graduated high school, went to Nashville, and I attended Belmont University, thought I was going to be the next Garth Brooks, 18 years old. And I got a little sidetracked. I got cast onto the world's first reality television show.
The Real World! I mean, that was the thing. It was 93, wasn't it?
93, yeah.
You were, what season? Was that the first, second season? Second season, The Real World.
So I tell people I'm the 8th reality star on the planet because my season largely revolved around Country John and how he was going to respond to Los Angeles. So the 7
I have the vaguest memories of that.
Me too.
I do, but you were there.
Yeah.
And the Real World went on for a long time.
Well, I had people tell me, they said, "Hey, you're thinking about doing this show you're describing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm thinking seriously about it." And they said, "Well, you better enjoy your 15 minutes of fame because this genre of what are you calling it?" I said, "Well, they're calling it unscripted, or really reality was not a word that had been dubbed yet." And they said, "Well, this is just not going to last. So you better use it while you can." And here we are 35 years later, and it's the biggest genre in entertainment.
It is. And it's like, it never, I think Real World kind of started it all.
It did.
And so, I mean, like I said, I have the vaguest memories of the Real World, that second season. And I do remember the country boy in the big city trope. I do remember that.
Right.
And that was you.
That was me. I was the 18-year-old version of me. And it's hard to believe that was 33 years ago. Wow.
So now, did that experience in any way translate into you moving to Nashville and getting noticed, having any currency in Nashville as far as it was when you got there?
Huge. I mean, I left Los Angeles and returned back to Nashville the day the first episode aired. So immediately, and I was very recognizable. MTV was the coolest thing on the planet. David Spade mocked me on SNL. Okay. They did a whole SNL skit and David Spade played me. So, very flattering. And I mean, we were culture. And so I got back to Nashville, and I just realized this not long ago. I'm the first reality star to ever come to Nashville, to the point where they didn't know what one was. I got a record deal on Capitol Records. I was opening for Alabama, Shenandoah, Eddie Rabbitt, Neil McCoy, Tim McGraw, Joe Diffie, all these people as the guy from the Real World, not because I had a hit song.
Yeah.
So the popularity of that was tremendous. But they, one day the label called me and said, "We don't know how to make an MTV star into a country music star." I said, No. Have you seen the show? Like, I'm a country singer on the show. It's who I am. That's why they chose me. And they just really couldn't make the connection. They signed Trace Adkins and dropped me off the label. And to this day, I still cry when I hear honky tonk badonky donk.
Oh, but you know what, Jon? You didn't stop. I mean, music is just a part of your the fabric of who you are.
I didn't stop. As a matter of fact, I did get discouraged for a while there, and no hit record ended up happening back in the day. I went back to Kentucky and started a church, and I was leading the music and leading the youth ministry, and then I came to Birmingham, Alabama, not once but twice, and then to Clay County, Alabama, where I was serving similar roles, Tampa Bay, Florida, mission work in East Africa, and then my father got sick with cancer, and I said, okay, it's time for me to go home and be with Dad, and he went to be with the Lord 7 years ago, and I find myself back in Nashville and doing it full time again as of 5 years ago. Released a song called I Ain't Done Singing Yet, because that's how I felt. I just wasn't done making country music. And I got a current song right now that's top 40 and #2 on the independent chart, and #1 music video called Tell Me That There Ain't a God, which you guys are playing, and I'm so thankful. And here I'm visiting you back in Alabama. So,
and we're happy to have you back. Let's talk about the single. Let's talk about Tell Me There Ain't a God. The first time I heard it, I was just like, it was like, wow. And I don't know what I expected. I don't know, with a title like that, I don't know what I expected to hear. But the story in the song is really, 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 I think, very compelling. So did you write that, or was that one that came to you?
And that's why I'll brag here on your radio and on your vlog here, because I didn't write it. And I think it's one of the best written songs that I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, my manager is sitting right here with us, Joe Kelly, played it for me, and is written by a guy named Greg Barnhill.
We know Greg Barnhill, yeah.
Of course. He's huge and extremely talented.
Yes.
A very gracious, kind man. But he wrote Walk Away Joe for Trisha Yearwood. Don Henley sang backup. He wrote House of Love that Amy Grant and Vince Gill sang together, and a lot of other hits that we'd be familiar with. But he also has a relationship with Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw heard the song and put it on what we call in Nashville on hold. Means no one else can record it for like 6 years, 6 albums. And then they didn't end up using it, and it became off hold. And my manager played it for me. And when I heard it, I thought, wow, that song preaches, but it's not preachy. And I've done a lot of preaching, but I like having conversations about real life. And to me, this song is not threatening. It's not offensive. It's a faith conversation, and we're all on kind of a faith journey anyway. It's what this world's about and what life's about. And it's about two strangers on an airplane. That have a very polite conversation. And it's really thought provocative.
I guess you're right. I guess maybe going into it, I thought it was going to be preachy.
Right.
Which, is not necessarily a bad thing, but it was what was expected.
Yep.
And it ended up subverting that expectation because it's just two guys sitting on an airplane having a conversation.
Having a civil conversation, not an argument.
Yeah, really. Yeah. And I was like, so when the song came to me, I was like, oh man, I got to play this.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, thanks for giving it a chance.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of it. I think the melody is beautiful. Again, I'm bragging on it because I did not write it. If I had written it, I'd be more humble about it. But it's beautiful. Yeah. It's a beautiful melody. The words are crafted so well. And when I heard the song, I said, that's what I want to say to the world. It's a beautiful country song. It's a great, great melody, and it's a great message, and it's thought provoking, and people are getting to hear it because of folks like you, and they're loving it.
Absolutely. Well, so if somebody is watching this, listening to this, if somebody's thinking, hey, Jon Brennan's really cool, I want to learn everything I can about him and keep up with his new music, where do folks go and find you on the internet?
Well, thanks for asking. There's no H in my first name.
Yeah, that's right. Jon.
JonBrennan.com, and I'm on all the socials, all the big ones: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, YouTube. The music videos on my YouTube channel and a brand new lyric video, but I call all that stuff Twitface. All social media is Twitface, and I'm on all the Twitfaces.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, JonBrennan.com. And if you go to JonBrennan.com, it's got all my Twitface links right at the top.
I'm never going to get over Twitface.
Yeah, use that.
Okay. Jon Brennan is our guest. Tell Me There Ain't a God is the single. If you want to hear it, we're already playing it on Kicks 96 calls. We'll be happy to play it for you.
Thank you.
And find Jon at JonBrennan.com or on all the Twitfaces.
Yeah.
And Jon, thanks for coming and visiting.
Thank you so much.
We're so happy to have you. And you come on back anytime, all right?
I'd love to. I feel like I'm home here now.
You are. You're home. And we'll see you next time on another artist video blog at Kicks96country.com.
And you can't see love, but you're feeling, and the fact we're here at 30,000 feet, and drop. Tell